In the world today, adults have so many issues. Enforcing laws, teaching children, protecting the vulnerable, punishing the criminals. But teenagers can have more of an influence than they currently do, and there are a lot of us. In the United States alone, there are 42 million kids between the ages 10 to 19, and that number grows to 1.2 billion in the United Nations. So we are a big population, and we can have a major influence on issues that adults currently use. And if there is one issue that teenagers can have an influence on, it is the one that belongs to all of us. Whether we like it or know it, it is protecting the environment. Now, if you saw yourself slightly moaning or in an inner eye roll, or maybe even tuning out a little bit, you would not be alone. We have put a lot of unfair baggage onto the word environmentalism, and we normally associate it with something more charged, political, or even something unrelatable than the pure, clean act of just taking care of our planet. So what we have to do is decide whose problem this is. Well, it's all of ours. Whether we like it or not, we all live on this planet, and we all contribute to environmentalism daily, whether we know it or not. Second, we must figure out what are the reasons why we are so against protecting the environment. And third, we must make reasons to make us care. So first, whose problem this is this? Well, it is all of ours. Because in countries like the Philippines, Bangladesh, and Latin America, environmentalism is much closer than you might think. Try telling a person who lives on a third world country along the coast, and try and tell them that the sea is not rising. Try and tell them that the random monsoon that fell on them, or the unexpected rainstorms that destroyed their crops, was completely random and had nothing to do with environmental change that we had all contributed to. So second, why do we not care as much? Well, we can boil this down to three reasons: distance, denial, and identity. First reason, distance. This can be geographical as well as time related. We, as a first world country, and many other first world countries alike, we have the money to separate ourselves from these problems. Like before, in third world countries where their only income is off the food that they grow, they do not have the money to go to the grocery store. There are no grocery stores. However, in our country, we have the privilege to drive down 5 minutes and go buy whatever necessity we need. This can also be time related. When scientists make predictions about the environment, it is normally ending with the year 2100, something that my generation will be almost in their near hundreds by then. So why would we care? We'll be old anyway. We'll be about to die. The closest thing that we'll be sympathetic for is our future children and our grandchildren that will have to deal with our mistakes. The second reason is denial. We're so cooped up in our culture that we don't look at the changes that we are personally making every day, like just throwing away something that could have been recycled. The third reason, identity. We have a personal self. We have a family self. We have an economic self and a work self. And especially in third lucky world nations, we have a lifestyle self. And we look for and search all over for information, say about the environment, that can promote our own lifestyle self. And we choose to ignore stuff that disturbs it, such as monsoons or random rain and other random rainstorms. So, thirdly, what can we do to make ourselves care? It is all of our problem. So, what can we do? Well, if we use criticism or fear to get people to change, what we get are a lot of passive people. It is basic psychology that if you force someone to try and change, they will only increase their resistance. At best, they will only stay passive. So what we need is a positive message, something that invigorates everyone to come together as one human society, not as different ethnicities or sexes, but as a single unit. We need new kinds of stories, stories that tell us that the earth can rebound, but only if we let it do so. We'll need to create a whole new environmental system. We will need to recreate a whole energy system as well. Obviously, this will cost a lot of money. However, the ultimate outcome will be great. Environmentalism will also create jobs, something that too many families need right now. And environmentalism will allow every single country to come together to share knowledge, something that we love to do already. This talk is not for the future generations. It is for the people now. It is for the environment. It is for the teenagers in high school. It is for the middle school kids. It is for the young adults. And if you adults are watching and feel inspired to come help, come join us. Because we have been proven to be the disruptors of society in all of history. And today is no different. Once you start making the environmentalism a thing, and once we start taking care of this earth, like simple things like picking up trash off the street, we can eventually make environmentalism cool. Thank you.